have my laptop here, and I wanted to skim through messages and try to reply to some of it, but my internet is not working here. I usually don't see it here when I'm surfing. It's on a wireless network, so it's not reaching me. So I'll just make a really short video. I actually wrote some things earlier to write you for radio messages. Some I have this style of what they call it, analyzing or investigating or eliminating or taking all sorts of stuff, all sorts of places, and building by case. You may think you write your messages very methodical, and very throughout, and very really scientifical. Let's put it this way, and I'm all touching from there and there, speculating and touching. That's what bothers me the most about our conversation, about our debates. That I'm all over the place while you're very. So I went back to my. You remember my thread, my theory. Thread I sent you about the distribution of the anagram types using the Myers-Briggs, the MBTI types, and there are some things in there that are points to consider. Let's put it this way: even though you can't trust my reasoning, my theory, just me, I can build the case based on this, but you know, just. I can't even use the fact that I got the distribution right. You can say, who said it's right, you know? So it's just me and my theory and how I see things. And that's an interesting debates. Like you take the cognitive functions and I take the enneagram and say, you can mix them up because the cognitive functions don't have emotions, don't have sensations. And there's something interesting because I based my theory on that notion, if you may remember, that I took the INFP and I broke it down, not by cognitive sense, but what it means. I took it by introversion, intuition, feelings, and perceiving. And if you take it, these 4 ingredients, each one of them, it defines the type 4 personality. And in a way, you say that my style of investigating and conducting, say, writing and everything about me is perceiving as PI dominant. And it's an interesting talk that maybe type 4 is actually associated with perceiving. So there's, even though you take now an ENFP type 4, got type 4 is an introverted type, so even the extroverts have their introversion quality, and even if you take the judge of the INFJs, they still have a perceiving quality. Even if you say you don't believe there's an ISFP type 4, but I think that if you take an ISFP, so it has an intuitive quality to it, because again, that's the foundation of this type. So I think that when you mix it up, you can claim that type 4 gives the whatever cognitive functions using a perceiving quality. Can elaborate further? That's just a thought. Another thing in my theory that if you may remember, the default types of each enneagram type that I saw, I concluded that there's only 2 default types that are intuitive. So that basically, in case it's actually correct, diminishing the Hodler's claim that there's 50-50 also in intuitive and sense of distribution, which is, I strongly believe that's wrong. And I've been given all sorts of reasoning and explanations that all are very speculative and theoretical, and have nothing to base myself on them, and that's the problem, that I just shoot things out of my wrist and expect you to accept them, and you're not that type of person who would accept this kind of thing. You need proofs. I'm also a kind of person that proves, but not like you. I mean, I tend to read things, and it doesn't have to be of any kind of source of or be proven in a scientific way, or have a research and actual results. I mean, I take stuff and I just take it how I see it, you know. If it fits, it fits. It doesn't matter to me who writes it and why, and just gather things from all kind of places and build my own call it philosophy about things, my perception about things. And I thought about all kind of things, you know. I have in my notebook here, I wrote it before. Again, back to my theory, another thing that I said before, the ENFPs. Based on my theory, you need three letters in the INFP to have what I call a corresponding, a correlating type, appropriate for the type 4, in that case the INFP, ENFP, INFJ, and the questionable ISFP, that all have three types correlated. And then, if there's any merit to it, again we'll go back to that, if there is such thing as an ENFP4, which has three letters, and INFJ, which has three letters, must be also an ISFP for three letters, because then it doesn't make any sense. I mean, if type 4 is an introverted type, if there's an extroverted form, why shouldn't it be a sensor form? Because eventually it's about FI, not about intuition, and I explain this by that there's no FE dominant type 4, and there's no INTJ type 4, so it's not NI, it's not FE. You must have NI, FE to have that combination, which means that it's not NI, it's not FE, it must be FI.